Yo, Shindo out here showing up. He's a real deal in this episode. Well, Americademia Season 5 Episode 4 has been out for a while, so I'll give my thoughts and review on this episode. This episode was freaking amazing. The animation was good and had some nice transitioning, and we had Class 1A students stepping up to the plate, especially Shindo. From the last episode, Shindo had an upper hand on Jurata with his brainwashing, but due to his inexperience, Shindo was able to do much to change the outcome, and from this, the others were unable to keep the guard up, which resulted into their teammates Koda and Kirishima being out of the match. Even though Shindo's good managed to capture one of the Class B's teammates, they're pretty much in a worse stance, having lost 2 players. Once Jurata retreated and Shindo's group regrouped, also he tells her group she has a plan as she pulls down her sleeve, showing this sticky goo on her arm. Transitioning to Class B group altogether, Jurata smells 3 people coming towards him, but he notices something ain't right as he smells 3 Asuis. At first it sounded unbelievable, but it turns out Asui's toxic mucus is wrapped on Kaminari and Shindo. And with that, as one of Kaminari's gadgets called a pointer that's used for him to focus his electricity into a direction, he'll be able to use it on Jurata since one of the pointers got stuck onto him. As all three are discussing what to do once they take down Jurata, all of a sudden Shiozaki's vines are heading towards them, covering a large area in the field. Jurata was able to pick them out and tell his teammates where they're coming towards them in different directions. Once he told him that, his teammate sees on Jurata's pants as well as Kaminari's pointers on him. Shiozaki managed to capture someone in her vines and lure that person in. Turns out to be Kaminari, who got himself captured. From what seems to be a repeat of the sports festival, Kaminari gets himself tangled into a closed ball shape by Shiozaki. However, this doesn't stop Kaminari, as from a small hole gap, he launches his electricity towards Jurata, but unfortunately for him, Jurata's teammate Rin shot the pointer, gadget off of Jurata with his scales, and with his use of scales, he's able to cover himself with it and throw them as projectiles. From what it seems to be over for Kaminari, Shiozaki pulls Kaminari down and Rin tells her to reset the vines, but as she replies, Shiozaki froze, and we all know why and who's behind this. Rin yells out that wasn't him who said that, but as we know, it was Shindo's personal cords, which means Shiozaki got brainwashed, and we see Shindo's keeping his distance from Class B, along with what happened before Kaminari got caught in the vines. In a small flashback, Kaminari tells him he'll get himself caught on purpose, as Shiozaki was able to deal with his electricity by using a large amount of vines on him, so if they focus on Kaminari, that would give Asui and Shindo a chance to make their move on them. After seeing what happened to his teammate, Rin is looking around his surroundings frantically, not knowing where Shindo is. He asks Jurata on where the enemy is, but Jurata went on his own, running on his fours. However, he points to the direction, answering Rin's question of where the enemy is. Rin, trying to get communication on what's going on, he tries to wake up Shiozaki, but fails to do so as Asui uses her tongue to apprehend her and takes her away. Asui tells Rin that his skills won't hit her. In retaliation, Rin shoots his skills at her, but not on target. Seeing things are going from bad to worse, Rin tries to get Jurata's attention that he has company, but we see Jurata isn't listening to a word he's saying as he's trying to find Shindo through the pipes. Then Asui from above makes a strong kick with both her legs on Rin. Jurata was able to tell who's who, and with his senses, knows where Shindo's located. As Jurata bulldozes towards Shindo, even knowing that Shindo's inexperienced and far behind him, Jurata calls him scary and proper threat from what he's seen of Shindo's capabilities. Finally, Jurata meets up with Shindo, and both are looking at one another eye to eye. Shindo uses Rin's voice, saying you're here, and this makes Jurata mad, saying he won't fall for that. So with his quick movement, Shindo uses his scarf that Razorhead aka Aizawa has to pull a pipe down, hitting Jurata's head. Although it didn't knock or phase him, Jurata steps forward to Shindo, and Shindo looking petrified. We hear Rin's voice saying to Jurata watch out, which aggravates Jurata, saying he wasn't having it as he raises his hand to pound Shindo. Rin yells out a Poke Beast, and that's when Jurata realized that it wasn't Shindo who was talking to him, but it was actually his teammate, since Shindo wasn't there overhearing their conversation earlier before Kaminari's captured. Rin got caught by Asui's tongue and got launched towards Jurata, knocking him out. As Shindo was there, kinda caught by surprise, believing a second ago he was about to get pummeled. Their battle ends as they have finally been put into their prison cells. In front of the looks of it, Shiozaki, who was brainwashed, tangled her out of cold teammates with her vines, as Kaminari, Asui, and Shindo are a few feet outside the cell. Asui tells Shindo he's not far behind that he thought he was. Shinso replies to her that he's not strong enough and can't let others carry him, so he needs to be strong enough to become pro hero on his own. After saying that, the match was officially over, and the winners were announced to be Class A and Shinso's group to be the winners of the first round, as the episode ends there. Wowzers, that was a great episode. Now we see how desperate, in a good way, and serious Shinso is. I'm going to transfer the hero course for next semester to become a pro hero, like Deku and the rest of Class 1A, as well as the rest of Class 1B, who are striving to become pro heroes one day. So that said, we cannot sleep at Shinso. This guy is not wasting his opportunity for nothing, and will do his best just like he did in the first round. Now with the first round all wrapped up, the next episode, round 2, begins, with this time Momoya Rosa group going up against Kendo Kendall's group coming up next episode. And I'm quite excited to see what Kendall's group have in store for us, seeing their quirks and how well they work together, as well as some new tricks from Class 1A students. So anyway, waiting for a new episode to come out. I hope you enjoy this video. And if you do, please give this video a like and consider subscribing to my channel for more My Hero Academia content. And see y'all next time in the next video. Peace.